Okay.
We are here.
We are here. We are back with episode 2 of Friendships Makes a Tier List. We'll come up with a better name one of these days.
Yeah.
As there's music blasting outside. Anyway, so we're back. It's episode 2 of Friendships Makes a Tier List. And it's a shorter one this time. We don't have hundreds of options. But this is a topic that we both know extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically because of recent news regarding this game, because much to our delight, Persona 5 Royal got announced for PC.
Mm-hmm.
So
about goddamn time.
I know, right? And it also got announced for Xbox. And
yay! I mean, at least Xbox people can enjoy it now.
Yeah, because I thought it was just coming to the Xbox Series S and X. It's actually coming to Xbox One as well.
Oh wow!
So that's good for people who don't have the brand new Xbox. But anyway, so we're here and we're going to be making a Persona 5 Royal tier list today. We're going to be ranking every character in the game.
Yeah. There's a couple of these I don't really remember, but we'll get there when we get there.
Okay. So this isn't it's like I said, it's every character in the game pretty much. It's not like a waifu war. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, this is a list depicting how good they are as a character. It's not necessarily how much we like them, but how good they are as a character.
Exactly. So
it's I would rank at least 2 or 3 of the villains in here among one of the top tiers,
because who doesn't appreciate?
There's some good villains.
I was gonna say, who doesn't appreciate a good villain?
You
know,
there has to be a balance with all the good. You have to have bad.
Right. It's to make a good hero, you have to have a good villain.
Yeah,
kind of.
You have to have a good conflict.
Yeah, and it's there's there's villains in this game. It's with a villain, if they do something that can get an emotional reaction out of you, then they're doing their job.
Exactly.
It's
the exact same concept behind face and heels in wrestling.
Exactly. It's if a heel can get you to boo them, they're doing their job. It's that simple. Although heels in wrestling these days don't do a very good job of it, but that's my personal opinion. But this is not a wrestling tier list.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. It was
you put fucking Kaneshiro and Akechi in a steel cage match, then then we'll talk.
No, who doesn't want to see Kobayakawa versus Yusuke in an eating contest?
That would actually be really interesting to see.
Because the extremely fat man versus the starving teenager. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna jump right in here with the first option. It's Igor. Now, obviously, I would say this fucking spoilers for anyone who has not played the game. So if you haven't played Persona 5, don't watch this, obviously.
Yeah, there are major spoilers in here because we have to go over everything.
Right. So basically with Igor here, I'm assuming we go by it with him with the fake Igor.
Oh, yeah, well, more or less, because I have all of it in mind.
Okay.
The starting Igor, and then the transition, and then the end, and
okay.
Yeah.
So Igor.
I would personally say this is probably the best Igor has been. I've only played 5 and 4.
Yep.
But the twist gives it the added extra oomph he needs.
Exactly, and it kind of put a real life touch to it as well, because the Japanese guy who voiced Igor in Persona 3 and 4, he died. So they thought that they were just gonna get rid of Igor as a character and not replace him.
Yeah.
And then so obviously this is the first game, and all of a sudden when you start playing the game, Igor sounds extremely different.
Mm-hmm.
Unfamiliar to us because Persona 5 was the first Persona game that we played. So
right.
We didn't know about that whole thing. But anyway, regardless though, the twist near the end of the game is a pretty good twist. you know? And, you know, obviously, like, you know, when real Igor came back, you know, you were terrified because you're like, you sound weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like his fake voice sounds so much better than his real voice. Like, it fits the character so much better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because like it sounded like it's deep and intimidating.
Yeah.
You know,
it's deep, it's grovelly, it's commanding.
Yeah, kind of fit for a warden.
Yeah. But given like the Igor the name's background being like this little humpback fucking imp-like creature from like the whatchamacallit, the
Velvet
the
Rope?
fucking Frankenstein's monster type of deal.
Okay.
Like his real voice would fit him more in that aspect. But as far as this game is concerned, his fake one sounds better to me.
You know, like getting into the Persona lore a bit. I don't know my lore too much with Personas 1 and 2, but I think Igor was actually a doll. Like that, like Philemon brought to life.
Oh.
Anyway, that's Persona 1 and 2 lore right there that I don't know much about. But, I mean, okay. So getting to his letter rank, obviously we have S through F, just like we did with the Street Fighter, because there's going to be top tier characters, and there might be a few Fs. Maybe.
Yeah, I can name a couple, but we'll get to that.
I can name one.
It better not be who I'm thinking.
Okay, but Igor, I would put Igor at, me personally, I would put Igor at like B tier.
I would put him at A, so it would work either way.
Okay, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll side with you on that one.
Okay.
Because Igor he was pretty good. It was like Persona 5 Igor was arguably the best Igor, because like, you know, because we played through like 4. It's like, because Persona 5 was really the first story that Igor was actively kind of part of, like in 4 and 3 as well, because I know we haven't played 3, but Igor was more of a background guy. And then in Persona 5 it's like, okay, he took more of like a, not a starring role, but yeah,
he took a more important role.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, who would have thought that Igor would be an antagonist, quote unquote Igor, air quotes. Okay, but moving on, we have Joker,
aka Ren, aka Akira,
aka
whoever the fuck you want him to be, also like, aka Officer Dipshit.
Yeah, what happened to Officer Dipshit?
The file fucking for the video got corrupted. That's what.
Yeah, it did. Fucking, the protagonist, who has like, it's a good thing that we don't pay attention to, I think, like the Persona 5 stage play in Japan, because like I think every show that they did, he had a different name.
Damn.
And I think they did like 50 shows, so he has like 50 different names. So like, I mean, this one's like a little tricky for me because he's the player character, he's the protagonist, so it's like it's basically how the person.
It's how you portray him,
right?
I rank him higher than the 4 protagonists just because I'm able to project myself onto him a lot better.
Yeah,
he's like probably the second or third best character that I'm able to project myself onto.
Okay, because like, as much as I like Narukami, because like I said before, off camera, obviously, fucking that Narukami was like able to be fleshed out because of the P4 anime. That's what really made him into like a good character, and like I feel like the P5 anime didn't do that for Joker, because they still focused mostly on the other character, like the teammates and stuff. But regardless, Joker is still a good character. He's got good Phantom Thief attire.
Yeah.
He's got bedhead.
Sick ass outfit.
He's got bedhead.
Yeah.
He's got fake glasses.
Yeah. Everyone needs glasses.
You don't wear glasses.
I know.
I'm surprised you don't, actually. I'm surprised you don't pull a Joker and wear just frames with no lenses.
I've wanted to, but obviously those cost money.
Okay. Let's see. But Joker.
I would put him at B.
Okay. I was just about to say, I would also put him at B. I think that's pretty fair. Okay. But moving on, Yo, here we go. It's Justine.
The
twins. First up, we have not just Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline's the mean bitch.
Yeah, so Caroline is clearly S tier.
She is clearly like D tier.
You mean you didn't find it endearing that she would kick you into the velvet room?
No! I fucking hated that shit!
Is she like, hey, inmate, you didn't...
Yeah, I would tell her to shut up, and I wish that I could reach my hand through the bars and punch her.
He's like, you don't like freaking Zimmern or whatever you called her?
Yeah, Zimnerm and Uyu. Because put together they spell oxymoron.
Yeah. Yo, Caroline. Your silence is telling.
I've made my choice.
Okay. I would put her at C tier. She had a certain charisma.
Charisma?
Wee! You know? She had spunk.
No, I don't know. She had bitch. That's all she had. She's a spoiled child of like over 1,000 years old.
She had like I said, she had a certain charisma to her. She wasn't just like a cardboard cutout.
I mean, there were some rather humorous moments while dealing with their confidant and taking them out to places.
Yeah, you took him to Big Bang Burger, and then she was like, the pickles. Did you eat the pickles? She liked the pickles. It was Justine who didn't like the pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows what's good.
I mean, yo, who doesn't like pickles?
I mean, I will consume them if they're in a burger. I will not consume them separately.
You mean you won't eat a pickle just fresh from the jar?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I guess I will throw her at C tier as well, but I refuse to put Justine any lower or in the same bracket.
Okay, so where would we put Justine?
I would put her at least at B.
B?
I liked Justine. She at least had a solid head on her shoulders. She was
you liked Justine because
polite.
she didn't kick you.
Yeah, she was polite.
All right, fine. We'll put her at B. Uyu is at B. Uyu. Booyu.
And Kzmnern.
Ugh. All right, so up next
now Lavenza.
We have Lavenza.
Lavenza's good. Lavenza should be up at A with Igor.
Yeah. Lavenza's pretty solid. Though I hated her boss fight. Her boss fight was.
Yeah, I have yet to partake in that.
That boss
nightmare.
Fight wasn't. I mean, it wasn't as bad.
I still have yet to fight the twins separately.
It's like it's not as bad as like other people. Like when I beat Lavenza, and it wasn't as bad as other people. But like it took me a few attempts, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
and there's not bogus rules like with Margaret
or Elizabeth / Theodore. Chipmunks. Anyway.
Where are the chipmunks? Why did I start singing that in the Flintstones theme?
All right, so look who's up next.
Gundad.
It's Gundad. It's
Why? Why is fantastic.
Y is a great character. A lot of people don't think so. A lot of people thought like that. A lot of people I know thought that his confidant was kind of boring, but I liked it.
He's just a dad trying to do what's best for his kid.
He's a dad who was in the Yakuza.
Yeah.
He's trying to like protect his son. Like he's like because he doesn't want his son to know that he's former Yakuza because he doesn't want his son to be judged.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good dad.
Plus, it puts him in danger.
Yeah. It's Gundad. Who doesn't like Gundad? Yo, you finish this confidant, you can customize your guns for free. Who doesn't like customizing guns?
Who doesn't like guns?
We live in America, so
yeah.
I would put a Y. I want to say
this is gonna be tough.
This is gonna be tough because
It's like, is he an A or is he our first S?
I was gonna put him at B.
Really?
Because I'm like he's great, but is he good enough to crack an A? Because obviously we're on the same page because we both agree that a Y is a great character.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I could put him at A.
Okay.
It's like, because do you want to make the argument to put him at S?
I don't think I could.
Okay.
He's a great character, but
S tier is S tier.
S tier is S tier. S tier is special.
Yeah. Speaking of guns, up next,
Gun Kid.
We have Gun Kid.
The snobby little brat.
Yeah, with the page hat.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again,
he had a decent redemption arc.
He had a decent redemption arc, and his confidant perks were pretty good because he gave you bullet hail.
Yeah.
And he made it so your gun would surpass all resistances, so you could always use gun. But
character-wise,
he was kind of mid.
Upper mid. He's kind of mid.
He's kind of mid. Upper mid, but still mid. See?
Yeah. So that means I have to put him in the same bracket as fucking Caroline. Ugh.
I mean, look, they're both. There's two brats.
I mean, Caroline is a much bigger brat than fucking. Goddamn, what was his name? Shinya? Shinya, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an S somewhere.
Shitbag.
Yeah.
Soda pop.
Yeah.
Soccer mom. Anyway. Up next, we have Japanese Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. No
Yoshida.
good Tora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you did his confidant, right? I know you didn't do his confidant in our playthrough.
Yeah, I did it. I think I completed it in mine so far.
Okay. So, good character.
He's a solid character.
Solid character. Because, I enjoyed his confidant.
Yeah.
Mostly because, I agreed with a lot of his political views. Still kind of, good character, but still kind of mid.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. So, I'd say C, because I don't really think he cracks B.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Okay. I think we have our first F.
Kawakami.
No.
No.
Kabayakawa.
Oh yeah, Kabayakawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingpin.
Yeah. Fucking. Kabayakawa is.
And I'm not because
he wasn't there for very long.
He wasn't there for very long, and he was just kind of he's a villain, but he's not even a villain. He's just kind of like a punching bag for the villains.
Yeah, he's just a walking mat.
Yeah, because it's he would quite a few cutscenes. He'd be on the phone with somebody which I think it was it wasn't Shido, but it was the SIU.
It was the SIU director. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, "Oh, sir, sorry to bother you," but then he's like, "Oh," and then he would just get yelled at. And it's like you say, he's a fucking walking mat.
Yeah.
So it's he's supposed to be an antagonist, a minor antagonist, but he's an extremely minor antagonist.
Yeah. And he wasn't there for very long.
Yeah. F.
Yeah.
All right. So now up next we have Gooch, as you called her.
Oh, that's the coach. Okay.
Hiraguchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Gooch.
You called her, yo, what up, Gooch? like I would kind of put. I don't know if I'd put her F tier, but she didn't appear a lot.
Yeah. She didn't appear a lot, but she has a good design.
She has a good design. I mean, I'd hit it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd probably put her D tier.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
She's cute, but she didn't show up a lot.
Yeah, they didn't really have her show up that much to really develop her character much.
Yeah.
She's just there to be Kasumi's coach.
Yeah, I don't even think she's. Well, I was gonna say I don't even think she appeared outside of Yoshizawa's confidant.
Yeah.
But I think she's one of the people that you can talk to when you're going around saying goodbye to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I think. But yeah. So sorry, hot gooch, but you're kind of low tier.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Haru's fiance. I can't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either.
Actually, I don't even know if he had one. I think on his speech thing, it said Haru. It would just say Haru's fiance. I think.
Wow.
Anyway, I honestly think we have another F tier.
Yeah, he was a shitbag, but he wasn't even a good shitbag.
Yeah, he was
just
yeah.
It's like you hated him, but he wasn't really anything.
Yeah, it's like as you could tell, he's nothing. They didn't even give him a name.
Yeah,
it's like you are so unimportant. You are only important as attached to another character.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have human Morgana. A character that you didn't realize who it was.
Yeah.
It's okay. It made our playthrough better because of it.
Yeah. I didn't interact with him much, so I don't know. He's
D.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Kaneshiro. I almost forgot his name.
Kaneshiro.
Pigman. Piggytron.
Yep. Fucking not Agnes from Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah.
Because he turns into a fly. He was a good villain.
He was a good villain. I just remember when he turned. I just remember when he turned into the fly and he's like, "What's up, yo?" And that threw you for a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He's a good villain. He wasn't the best villain, but he was good.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
He was conniving.
I'd throw him at C.
Okay. Okay. We have Okumara.
Okumara wasn't that great a villain.
He wasn't.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
his palace.
He's just your typical fucking corporate overlord.
Yeah, corporate overlord that wants to go political, and he died because of it.
Yeah.
He had a good palace though.
Oh yeah.
With good
His
music.
palace theme was one of the best.
Yeah, and everybody who rages at that airlock puzzle, even though you kind of whizzed through it first try.
Mm-hmm.
So
all you gotta do is look at the map.
But yeah. Other than that, not the best villain. I'd probably put him at D.
Yeah, same.
All right. We have Moderame, voiced by Ryu.
Yeah. Yep.
The guy who had a really epic cry face.
Yeah. Yeah. He had. When you define ugly cry, that man's face is in the dictionary.
Yeah, it's because everybody says that Kim Kardashian has the ugliest cry face. No. If you say that, you haven't played Persona 5 yet. Good villain.
Good villain.
Not the best. I mean, it's I would say he wasn't the good villain up until the point when he reveals that he let Yusuke's mother die.
Yeah.
And it's wow, that's shitty. Now you're gonna die.
Yeah, he has a he has a really good mask that he puts on.
Yeah. Pretending that he's poor and making his students live in just utter poverty while he's like got another house and stuff. Yeah. I'd still put him at C unless you think he's good enough to crack a B.
Yeah, I put him at C as well.
Okay. Excuse me. Might edit
that
out. I mean, it's not a Persona video if I don't burp.
Yeah.
Anyway, up next, we have... it's Shido.
Shido! Zhongli! Fucking Howie Mandel.
You remembered the name!
I remembered it this time.
Fucking Zhongli and Torbjorn.
Yep.
And several others, because it's Keith Silverstein.
So many different characters. Yep.
Shido is a good villain.
He was an okay villain.
You don't sound enthused.
It's like I don't know. It's like there was just something about him, like as a quote unquote like final boss type of deal. He
kind of underwhelming.
He kind of missed a few marks. Yeah, it was a little bit underwhelming.
Yo, he turned into Vin Diesel though.
And then he turned into fucking
Mr. Armstrong.
What was it? Thowther from Fist of the North Star, with all his fucking golden shenanigans.
Oh yeah, fucking. Oh, he turned into Vin Diesel, except he didn't start ranting about family.
Yeah.
B tier.
Yeah, I would put him at B at least.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Up next, we have kind of a nobody. It's Mika.
Our Mika?
Not our Mika. You did Best Girl's Confidant.
Oh, that's the other model bitch.
Yeah.
I barely remember her.
F. Just because.
Yeah, like she appeared like once.
She appeared like once. You're cute, but you're...
and I don't even fucking know. You're so pretty, blah blah blah.
I'm a bitch in disguise. Okay. Next we have crap. I can't. What was his? The guy who used to be Moderame's student.
Yeah, I still remember him at least. I just don't remember his name.
Nakanohara.
Yeah, Nakanohara. Yeah. He also was kind of a nobody.
F. Just because he didn't really show up. It's like, listen, dude, I'm sorry for what you went through, because he used to be Moderame's student, and then he quit, and then he stalked his girlfriend. Then you had to beat him up in mementos.
Yep.
And you had bowl cut, because you have a bowl cut.
Yep.
Speaking of not bowl cuts, it's everybody's favorite wannabe pretend nice guy, Prompto.
Fucking I have so many conflicting feelings about Akechi, but I can't argue.
He's a good
he's a good character.
Arguably a great character.
Yeah, he is. He's a great character.
Honestly, it's because I was we're not big Akechi fanboys over here, unlike some people.
Yeah,
but I would probably put him at A.
I literally just slotted him in A as well.
Okay. Because I don't think he's a great character. He's not quite to crack an S though.
Yeah.
However, look who we have next.
A blonde bimbo.
I think you mean our first S tier.
No, God no. On sucks.
But that's rude. How dare you insult Best Girl like that?
We haven't gotten to Futaba yet.
What would you say if I already put Futaba at F? Which I didn't.
It's I don't remember where she was in the list, so I don't know when she pops up, because I still have her in my tier.
God damn it! personal feelings aside, An is a good character.
An has a good heart, but as a character, she's kind of one-dimensional.
See?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because I'm trying to be like
I'm actually trying to debate in my head how we could make her a B, but I don't know if I can.
Because it's story-wise, it's after the first palace, because she kind of falls off.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my gripes. Because same thing with Ryuji, because Ryuji's coming up later, but it's
Yep.
It's after the first palace, both An and Ryuji kind of fall off, and it sucks. Because obviously, An is best girl.
An is terrible, and Ryuji's worse.
And Ryuji has a boat.
Yeah.
But being completely unbiased, I'd probably put her at C.
Yeah.
If it was my personal tier list, she would be S tier, obviously.
Uh-huh.
God, that was painful. My heart hurts. Moving on. We have Chihaya. Fortune teller. The woman who conned you out of 100,000 yen.
Yeah. Who knows how many others she's conned?
Well, we saw at least 5 other people at her table. Let's see.
She's not a very useful confidant.
I mean, that depends. Because some of her perks can be useful, but others, it's if especially in the late game, they're not very useful.
Yeah.
Because one of her perks is she can make it so fusion alarms come up more often, and obviously if you're really grinding work for make your persona stronger, that could be very helpful.
Yeah.
But character wise, she's kind of mid.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably also put her at C. I think she's better than a D, but she's not good enough to be a B.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay. Up next, we have a certain orange-haired freak.
Oh. Rude, also.
Opening arguments. Futaba sucks.
Futaba does not suck. She's the best navigator.
She doesn't fight.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to. She gives the best support. She's better than Teddy. Better than Morgana.
She has a pyramid.
Yeah. A really sick pyramid.
With air conditioning pumping through it.
Who doesn't like air conditioning?
Okay. Legitimate argument. Futaba is a good character.
She's a fantastic character.
She's a good character.
A fantastic character.
She's a good navigator.
A fantastic navigator.
A good navigator.
Fantastic navigator. She saves lives. She scans places. She's incredibly relatable.
She has a hat.
Yep.
Which is better than that other hat that she wears in Strikers.
Oh, yeah.
With that stupid hobo coat.
Yo, the duster. You don't talk shit about the duster.
Let's see. I mean, okay. Futaba's a good character. And she's got a cool persona, except for Prometheus, because Prometheus kind of sucks.
Yeah, design-wise it does, yeah.
I would put Futaba at B.
B? I am insulted!
I was gonna say, you sound very insulted.
I am offended! She does not deserve anything less than an S.
What? S? We'll put her... we'll put her at A.
You would put her in the same category as Akechi and Igor.
And Gundad! And Lavenza.
She's still better. If Futaba does not deserve an S, then who does? Looking at the rest of this cast, who else deserves it?
I see one character that deserves an S. Boy, if you could see my screen right now. I'm literally hovering Futaba over F. But I haven't let go of the mouse yet. Alright, okay, fine. We'll put her at S. She is a good character.
Okay.
Piff.
I will accept this.
I had to put my best girl at C and just... This is all, whoever wrote that damn story, this is all your fault. Because you made my best girl fall off after the first palace.
Yeah. It's totally the fucking writer's fault.
Well, they wrote the story. Fucking anyway. Up next, forehead. Forehead?
Yes. Forehead.
Now, the question is, like, we're judging this solely on Royal, right? Or are we...
Yeah.
Okay. Cause...
I mean, I didn't get to play Vanilla. And Strikers, I mean...
I was gonna say...
Strikers didn't really add much to many people.
I mean, but like, because up next is Haru. And Strikers add quite a bit for Haru, I feel.
Oh, yeah. Gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. Like as a character herself, they didn't really add too much.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Besides that, she's a nightmare to let drive things.
Yeah. And she warns people, don't mess with a girl with an axe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Haru also suffers from the same problem of, like, she's also kind of one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like, she's a good character, she's a good person, but, like...
And it's just
really...
It's just kind of hinted that she's a psychopath.
Yeah.
See?
I would put her at B, just because, like, there's potential there, but, like, they haven't really done anything with it yet.
But On could have potential.
Can you really say that?
Yes!
And we could put her at C, I guess.
Nah, I'll agree. We'll put her at B.
Okay. B's looking kind of lonely there.
Yeah. Because also, like, as much as I love On, I am a bit kind of biased towards Haru because Haru really was the MVP for me in the Lavenza fight. So, yeah. Anyway. Moving on. Yo! Shogi Girl!
Ifumi!
It's Ifumi. It's Eden Regal.
She is also a good character.
Good character.
Good character, good confidant.
Good confidant. Really good confidant perks. Arguably the best confidant perks in the game. Arguably.
Yep. Arguably. Because she's usually the one that you prioritize first.
Yeah, it's like, being able to, like, swap out your party members and other stuff. Yeah. B.
Yeah.
Egg Boy. Josie.
Josie. Where's your pussycats?
Really glad you put cats, because...
There's no time for purrs or pats.
In space. I mean...
Josie, I mean, they don't do much with him, and he's really weird because he doesn't understand human society.
Yeah, right. It's like, even when you, like, collect all the stamps and stuff, and, like, because you did the fight against him in your playthrough, and, like, that didn't even reveal anything.
Yeah, the fight was cool, but, like, it didn't really do anything for his character.
No, he's just like, oh, I'm studying humans, and then you fight him. He's like, oh, I want to understand humans. so please fight me. And then you fight him, and then he's like, I understand even less. And it's like, well, what the fuck?
But no, the answer lies in the heart of battle.
Then you need to steal his car and then run him over with it.
Yeah, go fight Moderame. He'll show you the fist.
Yeah, and maybe let your mom die in the process. You better not know how to draw, kid. I mean, it's like with Haru, like there's potential there because we don't know. Like maybe Jose will pop up in a later game. I don't know, but other than that, it's like I would kind of put him at F.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just because like it's like they didn't really do much. It's just like there's a ton of mystery there, but it's unsolved mysteries.
Yeah. Good job.
And you said good job a lot. He's like, I mean, he offered good stuff at his shop, but that's not really.
Yeah, but it's up to a certain point because then he just becomes useless afterwards.
Yeah, and then like a child was staring at your crystal of lust, which made you leave the room.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would put him at D, honestly, because I don't think he deserves an F.
Yeah, that's true. Because like he did show up. Because like
he did show up.
It's just like when we look at the F tier, and it's just like, I mean, there's two characters there that didn't, or technically three, kind of, that weren't in the game very long, and well, technically all four weren't in the game very long, but yeah. All right, moving on. Now we have Kawakami.
Yeah, Kawakami. I have conflicting feelings about Kawakami.
You were so rude to her in your playthrough.
Yeah.
You said mean things like reeking puss.
I did, didn't I?
You're like, this isn't smell-o-vision. I can't smell your reeking puss from here. But
she's a good character. She had issues, but like after I did her confident, she kind of grew on me, I guess.
Plus, like, I mean, granted, like her last perk in her confidant is one of the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because being able to go out after going into the metaverse, and like, who doesn't want a massage from a maid?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
B.
And plus, she can just make curry for you.
And do laundry.
Yeah.
And make tools.
Mm.
Yeah. B.
Yeah.
Okay. Makoto.
Makoto is great.
Great character. Like, I would arguably put her at A. Like,
yeah, I was gonna argue the same thing.
Because, you know, like, obviously number one, she's cute, but aside is like, you know, like combat wise, like she is like a really good combat medic, and her persona is cool, and nuke.
Yep.
And this is like, because obviously it's like, you know, initial playthrough for me, like I couldn't stand her ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, you need to go somewhere and never come back. And then she joined the team. I'm like, oh crap, you're actually useful. Shit.
Yeah. And then you learn that she's actually a really good person.
Yeah. And she's got his.
She's very loyal.
Yeah. A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Maruki. This is what I say it, you know, rest in peace to Billy Kometz.
Yeah.
Because I think this is like Maruki was the first role I heard him in, and he did a great job. But Maruki was a good character.
He was a good character.
Arguably a great character. I would put him at A, potentially S. Because like Maruki was just a really good character, and then the whole thing with like, you know, like especially like your playthrough, where it's like you had no idea about Maruki in the third semester.
Mm-hmm.
But and then like it's like a real unique situation where it's like he is technically a villain, but his intentions are nothing but good.
Yeah. It's like he's a good character, he's a good person, he's a good therapist. He's doing what he's doing for what he thinks is a good purpose.
Yeah. And like,
though he's going about it all wrong.
Right. And on top of that, it's like, you know, because like we're going on like he's a good character. It's like, but at the same time, like he's like kind of a good comic relief because he's kind of clumsy.
Yeah.
Like headbutting the microphone.
Mm.
But yeah,
I mean, me personally, I would probably put him at S.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you, Maruki.
Mm.
So we go from Maruki to Mishima.
Mishima.
Mishima he means well.
He does mean well, though he's a bit of a shit.
A shit as in, like, kind of a doofus. Not, like, necessarily an asshole. Right?
Well,
he is kind of an asshole.
He took fan donations and he was gonna buy fucking lunch with them at, like, a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, but then you talked him out of it.
Yeah, but if you didn't, he was gonna go through it anyway.
I mean, it's just like, because, you know, like, and he was, you know, he kind of rode your coattails there for a bit.
And he got a little fucking big-headed and full of himself.
Yeah, and he was like, look how boring I am. He's like, you're riding our coattails. Can you blame me? Look how boring I am.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I would still settle for a C.
Yeah, I was gonna say C because like he's better than a D. He's better than a D. Okay. Morgana again. Cat
Ghana.
Cat Ghana.
More cat go.
Yeah.
See, Morgana as a character has problems. It's like he changes his mind so many times.
Yep. And he is kind of self-centered.
Yeah.
You know, and then
has that fucking episode that takes the spotlight off of Haru and decides to do his own thing.
Yeah, because like, you know, his pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like, oh, I got pride, just like someone else that we know who has pride.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say who it is.
Yep.
But
it's like I don't understand what they wanted this character to be per se, other than like your navigator up until you get Futaba. Then he just kind of falls off.
Yeah, and then they kind of incorporated that into the story, because Futaba takes over as navigator, and then like Ryuji's like, yeah, you're a much better navigator than the cat, and he's like, shut up, that's mean. But on the inside, he's like, wow, that hurt my feelings, and like I'm supposed to be the navigator. Now I'm nothing. I'm just a cat. I don't know where I came from. But then it's revealed that he's supposed to be the guiding light to the trickster to like lead him to victory or something.
Yeah.
It's like Morgana.
He wasn't handled very well.
Yeah, like Morgana's not a terrible character, but like it's like he's not he's like you say, he's mishandled. A C.
Yeah, I suppose.
I was like, yeah, I could see him at a C, I guess. It's like I feel like he's better than a D rank, but like
he's at least better than his human form. Though I don't know why those two are separate still. But
I'm saying technically we could have put the human form down at F tier because it didn't show up very long.
Yeah, he showed up like twice.
Do we want to move human Morgana down to F?
You know what? Sure, fuck it.
Okay. you can join the other. You can sit right next to the fat man who got hit by a truck. Anyway, okay. Up next we have Oya. We have the journalist.
Oh yeah, the journalist, the most realistic character in the game, and as a result, he is kind of bland.
Right, a very polarizing character in the P5 community. Because, you know, like, a lot of people rank this character as the worst waifu in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, she is the most realistic. She's a stressed out journalist. And because she's so stressed out, she drinks a lot.
Yeah. And she's just fucking begging for a scoop.
Yep.
Like, if you were, like, 1 year older, she probably would have sucked your dick.
Probably. She'd drink you like a bottle.
Oh.
I mean, and then, like, she's a realistic character, but, like, that doesn't necessarily translate to being a good character.
Yeah.
And then, like, we can't deny that her confidant perks are arguably the worst in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like they're only useful if you're not good at being stealthy. But even, like, it's like Persona 5 is like, they're pretty lenient with the stealth.
Mm.
It's like, it's not freaking European extreme.
God, no. I don't think I'd ever would have finished it otherwise.
D?
Yeah.
I think she's better than an F rank.
Yeah.
You can take human Morgana's spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next. Look who's next. It's Ryuji.
I harbor so much anger towards this man.
Who doesn't like Ryuji?
Everyone should dislike Ryuji.
For real? Anyway. Yo, Ryuji. He's like your best friend.
No. He's dumb and annoying and brash and nearly gets you caught like 3 times.
But
like he's the reason fucking we got outed to Makoto.
This is true. But arguably, he's the best character because he kind of almost sacrificed himself so you all could escape. But then he lived.
But he didn't. He's like, hey guys, what's going on?
And then you all beat him up like a bunch of jerks and it's the worst cutscene in the game. It's not funny. How could Atlas do that to Best Boy?
Easy, because he deserved it.
He got Raging Demon against a light pole.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryuji.
He went the harem route.
Yeah? With Yusuke included.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryuji. I like you more than Joe does, but I'm not sure how much weight that holds. A C rank?
If I have to.
Because, like, you gotta admit, he's better than a D rank. Look what we have in D rank.
I mean, no. I mean, I'm not sure I even like him more than Caroline. But he does do more and has a more fleshed out per se character than anyone in D tier.
And you liked his persona because you made fun of it because it's a boat.
That doesn't mean I like it. I made fun of it. It's a boat.
It's a boat.
And then it becomes fucking Monkey King.
And then it becomes Billy. Because it's named William. He's got, instead of a pirate boat, he's got a speedboat.
It looks dumb.
He's going back and forth to Turkey just delivering cocaine. It's okay, Ryuji. I know you mean well.
Well, thanks to us being the Phantom Thieves!
I hate him for that. I have played through that game dozens of times. Or a dozen times or so. and that never fails to annoy me.
Hey, you want to meet up at our usual Phantom Thief spot where we can discuss Phantom Thief things because we're Phantom Thieves?
I mean, I know that made you very angry.
Yeah.
You're being grilled by Makoto, and then your phone rings. It's like, so you want to meet up for a Phantom Thief meeting? I'm like, do you have to be so loud?
Like, I really wish, like, at that moment when you're walking with Makoto to the spot on the bridge to meet with everybody, I just walk up and clothesline Ryuji out the window and keep walking.
You just throw Morgana at him and have him call his face.
Yeah.
Again, it wouldn't be a Persona video if I didn't burp.
Anyway. Hey, look who it is!
I could feel that burp coming out. Like, do I just let one rip into the microphone? Anyway, we move on. Now we have the other Nijima. It's Sai Nijima.
Sai Nijima. Prosecutor lady.
Yeah. Good character.
She's also a solid character.
You know, I kind of like...
Good looks to boot.
Yeah. Could also make the forehead joke, but I won't. It pains me, because how come she wasn't a romance option? God.
It does kind of confuse me why she wasn't. I mean,
You dropped the ball, Atlas. There was literally like a romance thing in the date in the Valentine's anime thing. Anyway, regardless, she's a good character. I'd probably put her at B.
Yeah,
because like I don't know if she's quite good enough to crack an A.
No,
like
she's definitely not as good as Makoto.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's like she's not very active in the story until kind of late. Okay.
Faceplant.
Yeah.
Shiho.
Yeah.
You forgot her name.
I forgot because I was like, I'm like, okay, it's Faceplant. What's her name?
She's literally like 90% of An's confidant.
But she's not on.
But she talks about her all the time because she's her best friend. You don't know your best girl's best friend?
No, because I don't care. It's like, I don't care. I care about Best Girl. I don't care about the people around Best Girl. You know,
see, I like Shiho.
I like Shiho, but she wasn't there.
I relate to her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
She also wasn't there very much. Still, I don't feel good putting her at a D.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be fine with a C.
Also, like, there are people who wonder why Shiho wasn't a romance option. I don't know how I feel about that.
She wouldn't be able to do much.
Yeah, it's just like.
I mean, she can't say no if she's in a coma.
Listen,
but like,
listen, I like you a lot. I know you can't move, but
zip.
Face plant this.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. Yo,
Sojiro.
Coffee Dad. S.
Coffee Dad. Best wingman. This is a no-brainer. He is S tier.
S tier, absolutely. Fucking.
He's a real one.
He is the realest. It's like if you go the harem route, if you date every girl in the game, that's like 9 other girls that he goes around and he just spins a web of lies to cover your cheating ass.
Covers you after all that scummery.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, when you have a 30 million yen bounty on your head and he does not, he's like, he's not going to sell you out.
Yeah.
He could have got a better coffee shop for that 30 million.
Yeah.
But no.
He could have retired.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, you start the game and he's kind of shitty. Kind of. But that doesn't last very long. Like, literally the next day, he's worried about you because, like, did he bring an umbrella? It's like, oh, you do care. You old goat.
Yeah, because he's also a parent.
Yeah. He's also the Ultra Street Fighter 4 announcer.
Yep.
Good old Sojiro. Yo, fucking best character in the game. Anyway, moving on. We have Dr. McLegs.
Dr. McLegs. Miss Takemi. She's also a solid character.
Solid character. Would probably put her at C. It's like, I don't know if she's...
C, really?
It's like, is she good? Like, I mean, maybe she could be good enough to crack a B. But, like, it's like... trying to put in my thoughts into words here. Because, like, story-wise, like, what does she really do that, like, kind of stands out? It's like, she sells you medicine, which is good.
Yeah. She sells you medicine. She's trying to perfect her formula to save a little girl.
Okay.
She gets like really fucking up in that dude's face. Like that was great.
Yeah, okay. I could put her at B.
And then there's the things that are implied when you romance her.
Yeah, that's true. She's down to fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Might have to move her up to an A rank for that. Anyway. Okay. Jesus Christ. Let me gather my thoughts here for a second. Okay. Moving on. It's Wakaba. It's lady.
Monster Sphinx.
Yeah, it's Futaba's mother.
Yeah.
Who also has bowl cut.
Yeah.
She has a good looking bowl cut.
She wears it better though, yeah.
Regrettably, I would probably put her at D, just because she didn't show up very much.
Yeah, it's like that's the problem. Like she's a really good character, she just doesn't show up very much.
Right. It's like because like I know like some people might say like, well, if she doesn't show up, how come you're not gonna put her in F tier? I'm like, well, because like she doesn't show up, but she's integral to the story.
Yeah.
It's like you look at the other people in F tier, minus maybe human Morgana, because it's just Morgana. It's like these other 4 people, like they don't really have any big storyline significance.
Yeah.
But D, or would you put her at C?
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to argue her way to C. And she was. I mean, I don't know. It's like very like genuinely caring mothers are like kind of few and far between.
This is true. It's like, because even when she was like in the 3rd semester, when she was alive, it's just like,
like there were some nice conversations at the cafe.
Yeah, and the whole thing when she went out like shopping with Sojiro and how happy he was, and then like when they were all shopping in Akihabara, being all happy, and then you had to show up and muck it up, like, hey, this isn't real, come back to reality.
Whoops, there goes gravity.
There goes Grandma. We could put her at C, because like she does have very very big story significance.
Yeah, she is integral to Futaba's growth.
Okay, Yusuke, Art Boy.
He's a good character.
Good character.
Like he's got good backstory. He's got
a great confidant.
Yep.
His confidant's fucking hilarious. You're in a boat and that brother and sister mistakes you for a gay couple, and he wants you to
go back to your previous position.
Go. Return to your previous angle. And he wants he yells at you to strip in church, and he rips his pants.
And he almost goes naked?
Yeah. Yeah, you tell him to strip in Akihabara?
It's like, yes, that would be perfect. That would capture the essence perfectly. Ugh. It's like, no, please.
I was kidding. B.
Yeah. Solid B.
Solid B. All right. Okay, next we have Kasumi Yoshizawa, as in the real Kasumi Yoshizawa.
Ah, the real Kasumi. The girl that only appears in a cutscene in like once, and then it's replayed at the same time, so she doesn't do much.
I mean, it's like we could kind of make the same argument for Kasumi as Wakaba, because she doesn't have as much like major story significance, but she does have story
significance. She sacrificed herself to save her sister.
Yeah, and
but like other than that, she didn't do anything.
D.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really want to put. I don't want.
She doesn't deserve enough.
I was like, I don't want to put her at F, because like she did sacrifice herself to save her sister, and technically she became her sister's persona.
Yeah.
So, anyway, getting to the home stretch here. Okay, next we have Rumi, Maruki's ex-girlfriend.
Oh. She
could make the.
She spent most of the game in a coma. So
F.
Yeah.
Because it's like we could make a slight argument. It's like, oh, like story significance because how like significant Rumi is to Maruki, but it's like, yo, she appears in like one cutscene.
She might as well be a cardboard cutout, honestly.
Pretty much, it's like she appears in one cutscene, and then she appears as some stone statues in his palace.
She is the equivalent of the "do it for her" sign. That's all she is.
Yeah. Do like D, or do we put her at F?
I probably would put her at F, honestly, just because like she's really nothing.
Yeah, because like, sorry, lady, with your very dead looking face, but
yeah.
Next we have Gutex.
Gutex, who also only really appears once,
F.
or twice technically.
F.
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything. He's a generic guy.
He shows up in one of Maruki's confidant cutscenes, and then he's also one of the people that you can talk to when you're going around saying goodbye.
Yeah, he also shows up at the restaurant. That's how you first meet him.
Yeah, that was a confidant.
Takes you out to dinner.
Yeah, that was a confidant thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and also he shows up in a flashback because Maruki's talking to him about the.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're watching one of the videos, right, in his palace, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, F.
Yeah, he's so generic. Like he doesn't really have a personality.
Yeah. Up next, we have Mr. Yoshizawa, Shinichi Yoshizawa.
Oh, okay. That's her father.
That's her father, wearing the red glasses, which are the ones you pick out for him in the cutscene.
Yeah. He also does nothing.
F.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, sorry, but it's just like, yo, these last three characters, we're not trying to be harsh. It's just like, we're just kind of telling it like it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yo. Kamoshida.
Kamoshida.
I mean...
Kamoshida, despite being an incredibly shitty person, he is a great villain.
Shitty. He's a good villain.
He's a great villain.
Because
he's like, you want to beat the shit out of him.
And the thing about it is, he's like the first villain.
Yeah. It's like they open really hard.
It's like freaking like Persona 4, right? Your first palace is Yukiko's, which is kind of basic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, man, P5, it's just like, they open up with some hard-hitting shit. It's like, I've seen people say stuff about, like, it's like they love Persona 5, but it's like they can't, it's like they've played through P5 several times, but they always struggle at getting through this part. Which it's like, you know, not saying I relate, because I don't, but it's just like, yeah, it is kind of a struggle, because it's like, yo, the storyline in the beginning part of the game, it's some hard-hitting shit.
Yeah,
like, because of this
very, very dark themes.
Yeah, it's like because of this, a student commits suicide, and like obviously you look at Mishima, he's all beat up. But so yeah, Kamoshida, piece of shit, but good villain.
He's extremely well written. I would put him at A.
Okay. Boy, I wonder if that's gonna. Pretty sure that's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah. It's it's not because we like him. It's because he's
a
very
good villain.
Yeah, he's written extremely well. You want to beat the shit out of him as soon as you need it.
Because it's like, you look at all the villains in the game, okay?
Yeah.
It's like,
and it's not even the fact that I'm kind of biased towards DC Douglas's characters.
No, it's just like, cause like I mean, I know of DC Douglas, but like I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's just because I don't really know a ton about him. But it's like he does an immaculate job voicing this character.
He does.
And
it's one of his best characters.
Yeah. But, you know, it's like, yo, if anyone watches this and, you know, we ruffle some feathers, like, we're not trying to, you know, praise him as a person. Because it's like, what he did is extremely shitty, but he's a good villain. That's what you want in a good... You want to hate him. You want to whoop his ass, just like you said. Anyway, we move on to the final two. We have Sumire. Good character.
Very, very good character. She is adorable. Like, character-wise, she is almost on par with Futaba.
S?
Yeah.
I would put her at S.
Honestly. Yeah.
So it's like Sumire is so good, she's an S. And look who we close out with. President Tanaka.
Tanaka. Fucking shopping network, man.
Fucking shady commodity.
Why is he here?
Because he appears in P5.
Yeah, as a merchant. He does nothing apart from sell you goods on a black market.
He's laptop man.
Yeah.
S. F.
He's just a portrait. Like, there's nothing about his character.
He doesn't even have any voice lines.
Yeah, he has no voice lines. There's no model. He's just a portrait. He also is just a sign.
Instead of do it for her, it's buy it from me.
Exactly.
Okay. With that,
that closes out the P5 tier list.
Persona 5 Royal tier list. I'd say it's extremely fair. Mostly.
I say it's extremely generous and fair.
It pains me that my best girl is middle of the road.
You're the one that agreed to put her there.
I mean, it's like I couldn't make an argument to rank her any higher. And it pains me. And it's like, what's your argument? She's pretty. Look at her.
Yeah, that's literally all. That's it.
Well, what else? She has fire. You like fire.
Yeah. Yukiko's still a better character.
Wrong. Wrong answer. It's like, well, yeah. I'd say it's fair. This tier list as a whole.
Yeah, like An doesn't really have any like character defining flaws other than she just has a good heart and she wants people to not fight and be happy. Like fucking like Yukiko at least is a terrible cook and has laughing fits. Like that might not exactly be a flaw, but it's character defining.
Well, Anna's kind of book dumb.
Well, she's blonde, so that comes with the territory. Anyway.
All in all, I'd say this is pretty fair. Like looking at this tier, like an unbiased look at this, I'm like, I pretty much like I agree with every single one of these picks, including moving Human Morgana down to F tier from D.
Yes.
Okay, so with that closes out another episode of Friends Just Makes a Tier List, or whatever we name this show in the future.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, we're very excited about Persona 5 Royal finally coming to Steam.
Yes. And I am checking Steam every day to find that page so I can wishlist it and follow it.
And it quells my fear that it was going to be exclusive to Game Pass. Because I know, like, no game has basically been exclusive to Game Pass. I'm like, I don't know, maybe Microsoft paid the money where it's like, listen, we want this on Game Pass only. I'm like, no, don't do this to me. I don't want to buy Game Pass because I don't have any money.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll see you next time.